Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the transit of Jupiter into the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter will go into Capricorn November 20th of 2020 and will remain in Capricorn till April 5th of 2021. Now, it will go back into Capricorn one more time for a couple of months, and when it retrogrades back for just a couple of months, it'll be September 15th, around September 15th of 2021, till around November 20th to the 21st of 2021. So September, October, November, it will be there again in the year of 2021. And actually, Jupiter went into Capricorn previously for a few months. It was around March 29th of 2020 till June 29th of 2020. So it's been going in and out and in and out of Capricorn from Sagittarius to Capricorn. Then it's going to stay in Capricorn for approximately 5 months from November 20th of 2020 till April 5th of 2021. For those 5 months, it will go through the entire sign from 0 Capricorn to 29 degrees of Capricorn before it enters into Aquarius, which it will be in Aquarius in 2021 from April 5th till September 15th of 2021. Then it will return back to Aquarius by November 20th, 21st of 2021, where it will stay in Aquarius and no longer go back and forth. But I want to prepare everyone for when Jupiter goes into Capricorn for that mainly 5 months. So from the end of November to early April. I want to prepare everyone, how is that going to feel? What is that going to be like? Jupiter notoriously is terrible in Capricorn because it's its debilitation sign. The last time it was there, it actually was 2008, 2009, mainly 2009 and part of 10. That was the most terrible time in the economy. And Jupiter is one of the social planets. Both Jupiter and Saturn are called the social planets. They deal with finances and the economy. So you put Jupiter in its debilitation sign and the economy went way down. But here's another thing. The last time that Jupiter was in Capricorn with Saturn, remember Jupiter and Saturn have a cycle where they can join each other every 20 years. But the last time that they were together in Capricorn was in the year of 1962. That was a year that the economy was robust. It was doing really well. And here's another variable that's going to be occurring. This time, Jupiter's going to be with Saturn for that 5 months, which I think Saturn supports it and the economy will do well. And additionally, on top of that, we have Rahu aspecting Jupiter, which magnifies it all the more and makes the economy greater. So I'm going to say during that 5 months, the economy will do well. I think it's personally because there's so much hope to the coronavirus being over. There's things that give us a new vision of freedom from the virus that's going to cause the economy to do well. So that's a real positive. The other thing is, while I'm looking at this, the Saturn has such an influence being in Capricorn. Saturn loves to be in Capricorn. It's its sign of rulership. It's going to bring stability. It's going to bring hope. And together, it's going to be a much better world evolving out of this 2020 into 2021. But I wanted to talk about also how I felt it was going to be in effect for all of the signs. So going through if you have your ascendant, lagna, in a particular sign, how that will affect you, as well as your moon sign. The moon sign is how you're going to be feeling about things. So you should be checking it out with both of these ascendants. So in other words, the moon used as the ascendant and your ascendant that's based on your birth time. How are you going to find your ascendant? In Vedic sidereal astrology, this is not Western, this is Vedic astrology. So if you don't know it, you can go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org, and go to my free chart calculator. It will give you your moon sign and your ascendant. And those are the two I want you to pay attention to in this next section. So also when you're there at my website, do check out my new jewelry line that I'm promoting because of healing. This is a beautiful turquoise mala that I'm wearing, and I think that when you do your affirmations or you do your mantras using these symbols and these powerful tools, you can transform and heal your life. So check it out. You will be getting, with every piece, you will be getting an affirmation. And when done, I promise you, you will change anything that you're struggling with in your life. But you got to really do the work. So check it out when you go to my free chart calculator. Also check out the jewelry that's for sale there and better understand what that's all about. So let's continue on. If your ascendant or your moon sign is Capricorn, you have both Jupiter and Saturn together in your first house. That gives you an enormous sense of opportunity, and it really gives you a sense of responsibility. There's a lot going on in your life. You will be busy and you will be taking care of other people. And it's not a chore. It will be something that you respect and you want to do. So this is going to be empowering you, yourself. And you're going to find that even the way you look, the way you feel will be different. You will be healing yourself, and you will come from a place of a new added confidence and understanding who you are and what you're here to do, your purpose. It comes alive. This is a great placement to have Jupiter transiting in your first house. And with Saturn, you see when you put both Jupiter and Saturn together, Jupiter gives opportunities while Saturn gives the focus to get the opportunities done. So this is going to be a great time for changing your life for the betterment. While if you have a moon in Capricorn or your ascendant's Capricorn. Now, if your ascendant or your moon are in Aquarius, this means that Jupiter's in your 12th house. And this isn't such a bad thing. I found that the last time Jupiter transited my 12th house was the time that I had more foreign travel ever in my life. And went to very spiritual places, had amazing experiences that really and truly did change my life. I feel like when Jupiter's in the 12th house, it's also a time of spiritual search and journey and connection. It's also a time when you feel very giving, generous. You want to give to everyone of your energies, your work, helping people. This is the house of charities and giving back. And it's also a house of retirement, ending things. So if you're thinking about ending a particular job, this might be the time you end it before you begin something new. So that's what I'm seeing during this time for you. And also don't forget, the 12th house deals with sleep. You will have the most amazing dreams and awarenesses that come to you through your sleep and also through meditation. It's a time maybe you should take up meditation, connect to that inner spirit in your heart and your soul. You'll be happy you did. It will bring you peace. So if your ascendant or your moon is Pisces, this means that Jupiter and Saturn are transiting your 11th house. And this will bring new friends, new acquaintances, people into your life, and probably some that are very powerful that can help change your life for the better. You'll be a part of some new groups or organizations, and possibly you'll be asked to be in charge, be on the board. You'll be asked to help out more. You will have amazing ability to manage and organize people during this time. Also, you might find that you're more connected in some way with an older sibling. But remember, old and new, you will have new friends and old friends return into your life at this time. And your connections with people and social events will be very, very important for you during this 5 months. You will reconnect with so many people. If your ascendant or your moon are in the sign of Aries, this means that Jupiter and Saturn will be in your 10th house. This is making you have more opportunities with work, more if you're looking for a job or a change in career, this is the time to act on it. This is the time it will happen. And possibly even you do get some new bosses or new people that you have to answer to. And I think it will be a lot better. You'll feel that the company and the business that you're doing is working out better, that things are actually on the up and up, and organization of the business, of your business, or either the business that you work for, comes together. There's a new organization. There's a new empowerment. It returns. It gets better. And new opportunities within the workplace, possibly even a promotion or some kind of success or accolades will come. So if your ascendant or your moon are in Taurus, then this means that Jupiter and Saturn are in your 9th house. And the 9th house is the house of spirituality, truth, and travel. These will become activated. You might find that this is a time you want to go back to school. You want to become more educated, learn more, get another degree, get a master's, get a doctorate. This is going to be more interesting, and you feel like it's more empowering at this time. You may have the opportunity to travel to teach, or either travel to learn some new things that can help broaden your perspective and even your career. Maybe your father comes into your life and you may find that there's a healing between you and your father. And even if he's no longer here, there can be a healing. Maybe coming to terms with some things of the past that help you deal with your future much better through the situation that you experienced previously with your father. Even teachers become more prominent and more of a representation of what you want to be and what you want to do in your life. You look to others for teaching and helping and empowerment. But this is also the house of spirituality. So you will be prompted to do more spiritual work. And if you're looking for something in the legal department, maybe passports or things to do with becoming a citizen of certain places, this is the time to do it because the 9th house deals with legalities and the law. So if your ascendant or your moon are in Gemini, this means that Jupiter, Saturn are in your 8th house. And this can mean some monies that you've been waiting on that's been delayed or set back will come. It can deal with inheritances or taxes or anything to do with insurance policies. This would be a time that finally would come through for you. You will get the money that you've been waiting for. It's also a good aspect for money in terms of receiving money from partners, your spouse, your business partner. They will help you in many ways in business and will be very productive during this time. Now, the 8th house can have some problems with sometimes with health because it could deal with chronic problems, this is the time you need to really look into it and get a checkup. Make sure that you're not ignoring anything that has been an ongoing problem. And also the 8th house can deal with secrets. If you have been holding on to something secretive and it could cause you some upsets in your life if it came to the surface, this will be the time it will surface, because this is a clearing of the past. It's a house that deals with karma, and it's also a house that deals with your psychological feelings, emotions, and anything that has left unresolved will have to be resolved. You'll have to deal with your psychological stuff. It's time to get clear with it and heal. So if your ascendant or your moon are in Cancer, then this means that Jupiter and Saturn are in your 7th house. Remember, when both Jupiter and Saturn aspect a position, it's a point of manifestation. And the 7th house is the house of marriage and relationships. So if you are married or in a relationship, it could mean that your spouse is doing very well, that there's something that's coming into their life that they're able to expand on, something they've been waiting for, maybe a job, maybe a promotion. It will come. They will be very pleased with the opportunities that come their way. Now, if you are not married and you're looking for a partnership, or you're not in a serious partnership, this could definitely be the time that it comes about, because this is the house of marriage. So mainly it's going to deal with relationships. Whether you're in one or not, it will focus around those areas. So if your ascendant or your moon is in Leo, this means that the Jupiter, Saturn are in your 6th house. And being in the 6th house, you will have a quest and a desire to get healthy. And it's time. You start changing your dietary habits, your exercise plan, everything to get healthier and stronger, because you know what? You haven't been feeling that great lately. It's time to change your habits, to change the way you feel. And also the 6th house does deal with health. I mean, not health, just also work, health and work. So when we talk about the workplace, this could mean that you're coming together with co-workers in a much better relationship, working with your coworkers. It can also mean, if you have employees, that the employees start to work better for you and start to cooperate, because prior to that, you just had Saturn there, and that caused problems with employees. But now you're working with the employees and your work is much more productive and you feel good about the job well done, and you have cooperation from coworkers. So if your ascendant or your moon are in Virgo, then this means that you've got Jupiter, Saturn in the 5th house. This is a potent house for mental clarity, bringing things together and figuring things out. This is the house of intelligence. And if you are an investor and like anything to do with the stock market, wow, this could be your time that things are going to work out just fine for you. It is a good time to invest, because I feel like it's a good time when the stock market and economy will be on an upswing. So take advantage of that. Now, if you do not have children and you want children, this could be the time of either getting pregnant, having a baby, but this is, about children. This is a good time to put both those planets together. It will manifest something about children. If you already have children, your children may become successful in some way. They may have awards or do well in school, but you will find that their hard work starts to pay off. You will benefit from your children at this time, and you will benefit from any creative projects that you put in, such as if you've been wanting to write that book. It is time. The 5th house is the house that deals with authorship, writing books, creativity, getting involved in those art classes again, or even creating a business. This is the house of entrepreneurs, and even astrology, taking those astrology classes. And I have the one for you. So if your ascendant or your moon are in Libra, then that means that Jupiter and Saturn are in your 4th house. This is the house of home, family. You'll probably be doing something around the house, whether it's something about redecorating, remodeling, or just getting settled into a new home. I do find, though, when Jupiter's going back and forth with the 3rd house is when people move. So you might have just moved into a new home. And now you're getting situated, getting roots down, figuring out where to go, what this area of town's all about, but really feeling more at home. Now you'll get closer to your home of origin, your parents, or even your mother. And maybe, there could be some issues or problems that need to be ironed out concerning your mother or your family. Something to do with family gatherings will come about. Birthdays, celebrations, something like that. But it's time to really get situated and settled into your home. Make it feel like a home. So if your ascendant or your moon are in Scorpio, this means that Jupiter, Saturn are in your 3rd house. And this particularly can mean that it's a time that you're learning all sorts of new information, taking courses, classes, and just reading a lot. But you're expanding your mind, your awareness, your consciousness. You are learning, and you have a new quest for learning and discovering new things, writing articles, investigating things all the more. But also, don't forget the 3rd house. Sometimes you might be in preparation for a move yourself. Things are coming together where you're starting to think you're uneasy with where you are, and you might want to think about changing your location. So, and if you do, it would probably take place, the move, by probably the end of 2021, once right before Jupiter will go back, go into Aquarius, when it's in Aquarius, and when it is pretty much in Aquarius, which will be after April through November. That could be the time that you move. But regardless, you will be better connected with siblings and coming together, ironing some things out, some differences, coming to a point of negotiation and feeling good about some of the things that you've had to work on together. But remember, this is also the house of short distance travels. You may be going in a commute where you're back and forth a lot, visiting someone. And it's also a time of learning, most of all, learning new things and developing some of your creative pursuits. The 3rd house is about creativity. So if your ascendant or your moon are in Sagittarius, this is where Jupiter will be in your 2nd house with Saturn. And this will bring together an organization of bringing things together so that you make more money, you're creating a better platform, you're getting your taxes, you're getting your finances together, and you are making more money than you had before because of the organization, because of your skills. But the opportunities to make money will prosper and grow. And you will have a better relationship with your family. The 2nd house does deal with family matters and happiness in the family. So a lot of things have been coming together for a long time, and finally they are secure. You feel a deeper sense of happiness with family, and mainly because you have more security financially. So that covers all 12 of the signs. I hope that you gleaned something very important for the next 5 months when Jupiter is in Capricorn, and maybe those 2 last months from September to November in 2021. But there is a lot that you can take advantage of, because with this, Jupiter is together with Saturn, and that is a powerful duo of manifestation, and you will manifest so much during this period. Look and see what area of your life needs to be worked on. So with that, I'd like to close. So remember, if you would like to learn more about me, my new jewelry, and possibly learn about Vedic astrology, check out my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Or if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, I have the most stellar university online and self-paced. Check it out, University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.